By Victor Boyle, the national president of the Ancient Order of Hibernians. Welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
Big weekend for you guys. You have the Walk to the Stone, and I think we need to start by a bit of a history lesson here for our viewers. What does the Walk to the Stone commemorate?
Well, it commemorates a tragedy that happened in 1847, commonly referred to as the Great Famine in Ireland, where people were fleeing not for a better life, but for a life period. They weren't looking for opportunities, they were looking to survive. And they traveled up the coast in the United States, coming around into Grosse Ile, which was Canada's quarantine station at the time. Because there wasn't a lot known about the symptoms of typhus, a lot of people were assumed healthy and were allowed to continue their trip. And the next stop would be Montreal, where we now call Pointe-Saint-Charles, which was at the time Windmill Point. And as the people were disembarking, a lot were very sick. Some got sick on the trip over, some passed away on the trip over. And when they started coming off the boats, the people in Montreal just weren't prepared for what was going to happen next, which was catastrophic, but by all measures. And before the summer was over, which was one of the hottest summers on record in Montreal, they refer to as a Calcutta summer, there were 6,000 people who had passed away, the majority of them Irish.
And so how and when precisely was this sort of mass grave discovered?
Well, when they were doing construction for the Victoria Bridge, the workers, they discovered bones as they were digging. And a little bit of research, because it wasn't that far in 1859, it wasn't that far from 1847, so still in recent memory. And the workers decided that they would put something, a lot of the workers were Irish, that they had to do something to commemorate these people who had died with absolutely no marker whatsoever. So they put the stone in the place at the very corner of the cemetery. So unlike some commemoratives, this really is a headstone. It really is a headstone. There are 6,000 people buried beneath it.
Of course. And this year marks 150 years for this tragedy. So we just saw an image of it now. You guys are planning to sort of renovate the site of the Blackstone.
Yes, there was another foundation created called the Montreal Irish Monument Park Foundation, and it was created to take that desolate area and make something more modern with it, because even though these people died in a tragic way, the people who didn't die, they contributed a lot, not only to Montreal, but right across Canada and even North America. So when they landed, they spread out. And the contribution you can see in Montreal and in Quebec City with the music and the culture, and we're very intertwined with the Francophones of Quebec, to the point where almost 40% of people in Quebec can claim some sort of Irish heritage, including Mayor Coderre.
And that's a lot, and such an important day for the Irish community in Montreal and for everybody, really. So where could people join? We see it here Sunday, June 14th. It starts at noon, and the starting point, St. Gabriel's Church in Pointe-Saint-Charles. Yep. Victor, thank you so much for stopping by and for this history lesson.
And thanks for paying attention.
Well, listen, definitely a very, very interesting. I mean, we need to take care and think about this tragic moment. Thank you so much. Coming up on